Howdy, and welcome to another episode, Postcard from Moorhead. I'm Larry Dixon, and Lenore has requested white chili. So I've already mixed up all of my ingredients. I've chopped the onion, of the chicken. This is one of the easiest meals that you can put together. We're going to start with 6 cups of chicken broth. We have made this a lot of times over the years, and after a couple of days there are no leftovers. 4 cups of chicken, and I have shredded this chicken pretty fine. 1 large jar of Great Northern or white beans, and that's kind of different from a chili, isn't it? But this is what we've got. So I'm going to put the beans in, and I'm going to have to get a spatula to dig that out of there. So that's got my beans in, I've got my chicken in, 1 large onion. Now this large onion came out at 2 cups. It's just, recipe calls for a large onion, and the recipe is going to be down below in the description. Stir the onion in. The next thing is garlic. 1 clove of garlic. That's not a whole lot. Lenore and I are not huge garlic fans, but a little bit like this is okay. The next thing that we're going to put in this is 1/2 tablespoon of cumin. For me and Lenore both, cumin is kind of a strong seasoning, so we don't use a whole lot of it. 3/4 tablespoon of oregano. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I told you this was easy. 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. 1/2 teaspoon of red pepper. And for me, this is the main secret ingredient, is 1 can of green chili peppers. The original recipe called for 2 cans, but we use 1, and if you want to use 2 and spice it up even a little more, that's up to you. Description below. But those green chilies really add to the flavor. That's it. That's the ingredients. Put it in a pot and let it simmer for a half hour. Let it simmer for 1 hour. And you are going to have some amazing white chili. Now, a lot of people think that white chili is a southern meal. It is not a southern meal. The first white chili surfaced out west in the late 1980s, where it was seen as an example of a new brand of southwestern cooking. The meat, it could be chicken, it could be turkey, it could be duck. It is a departure from what most people know of chili that uses beef. It has been embraced by Southern cooks because it is so simple and everybody loves the white chili. Adding this chicken to it is just perfect, and it is a huge hit in Texas, just like everywhere else. The first recipes were probably the best, where you cook the whole chicken for several hours and you got all of that good broth. And you could use the bone-in chicken breast. It's seasoned until it's done. Then you cook it with your white beans. Now, this is a shortcut. The original was, soak your beans overnight, cook the whole chicken, hours and hours going into this. This shortcut that we're doing today using the already cooked up, ready to eat white beans, the chicken broth for flavor, the seasoning, the onion, and a rotisserie chicken. That cuts hours and hours out of the process. So we're going to let this simmer for an hour, and we'll be back. Well, Lenore, it has simmered for 1 hour. And we know what a simmer looks like by looking at it, but do you know what the temperature of a simmer?
No.
It's somewhere between 185 and 205. How do I know that?
You looked it up.
I looked it up on Mr. Google. I was just curious. So, this is looking pretty darn good. Put some in a bowl. And Lenore, it's going to be hot. Thumbs up. Well, let the old fat man give it a try. For me, 2 cans of the green chilies would have been better. She says no. So who have I got to keep happy in this household? Lenore. So I use 1 can of the green chilies. I like it with 2, but so hit that subscribe, like, and share button. And all of Lenore's fans out there, Lenore, thumbs up to her fans. Like, share, and subscribe. Postcard from Moorhead. This is Larry Dixon and my official taste tester, Lenore. See you down the road.